And we're off. So, I had a couple comments. Well, I made a post yesterday about Harlem Nights. Classic. And I stated that Harlem Nights was a classic movie that was full of comedians that wasn't a comedy. And there was a couple people in the comments acting like I said something that I wanted to argue. I meant what I said. And people tried to argue with me. But the thing is, if you think that the movie was a comedy, then you don't respect the acting in that movie. There was serious acting going on in that movie. And then, okay, let's start here. Eddie Murphy is the greatest comedic actor who ever lived. Like the Tim. There's not even a debate on who's. It doesn't matter. You can start on second place and third. He's number one. So, but the comedy didn't come from him. It didn't come from Richard. A lot of the stuff that people laughed at was other people. And there was stuff that was serious that they made funny because they're the greatest comedian actors ever. So it's hard to be serious when you're in a room with Red Fox and Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy. But they did it. So, and if you compare it to any other comedy, there's always silly things that happen in comedies. Like silly things that were meant to make you laugh. This was a serious movie. Nobody said it wasn't funny. It just was a crime drama. And then Mark posts in the comments, it's in the comedy genre. Well, it's in the crime genre too. So, like I said, anybody that doesn't understand what I was saying doesn't respect the acting in this movie. They were acting. They were being serious. Every single scene. But since the topic came up, let's talk about Harlem Nights. I just found a movie video, and I ain't seen this. Like untold facts about the Harlem Nights and whatever. So since you want to talk about it, let's talk about it.
Eddie Murphy single-handedly resurrecting Saturday Night Live. From SNL, he transitioned to the big screen with hit movies, Paramount's 48 Hours, and Trading Places. Paramount was so satisfied with the outcome.
Now, a lot of people don't know this. Eddie Murphy Best of Saturday Night Live is the great. That is the funniest collection of things that can make you laugh in the world. Like him on that show is the prime of comedy. Like there's not a person that can match that. I ain't gonna say match it, but you can't go past that. Like he was the prime of comedy. If you go look it up, Eddie Murphy Best of Saturday Night Live, the characters that he played is the pinnacle of funny. Like he reached the pinnacle of supreme funny in the mid 80s. Like he reached it. It was the highest level you could get on that show. He did it.
They wanted to stay in business with Eddie. So on November 1st, 1984, it was announced by the New York Times that Murphy signed a contract with Paramount for a 5-picture deal at the young age of only 23 years old. Signed on June 1983, immediately after Trading Places, rumored to be worth $15 million, it also gave Murphy's production company full control over the films and other projects he will be developing.
It also low-key was the beginning of him becoming the greatest comedic actor who ever lived. Like I said, he was that, and now you hear the birth of it. Like that was the birth of it. He had to get the he had to get the contract first. Then he had to actually make the movies. Then he had to actually have the longevity. Now he's just the GOAT.
Said the contract would allow him to expand as a filmmaker. I'd like to be more like Woody Allen, Murphy said, adding that he wants to write, produce, direct, and star in the films. These projects included the cultural phenomenon Coming to America, well-beloved romantic comedy Boomerang, and the cult classic comedy Harlem Nights. The making of both Coming to America and Boomerang have been highly publicized since their release, but Harlem Nights not so much. So here's things you did not know about Harlem Nights. The story goes, Eddie was inspired with the idea of Harlem Nights by his uncle Ray, who owned a nightclub called Sugar Ray's, and Murphy always expressed interest in doing a period piece. Uncle Ray has been very vocal on how he helped Eddie come up with the concept for the film. I owned a bar in Brooklyn called Sugar Ray's, and I used to tell Eddie the stories about when I ran with the Mafia, that Donnie Brasco and all of them. In 3 weeks, Eddie wrote the movie Harlem Nights. The movie was like real, what really happened back in those days. I'm proud to say that my nephew has immortalized me between the movies and the people I've met in Hollywood. I think it's the most wonderful thing that could ever happen to somebody who comes.
That's that. You know what? I never knew that, and that also that kind of speaks to my point. Like that's a real movie. It was a fucking real depiction. He got that from a person. Like running with Donnie Brasco and the mob and gang. Like that's not funny. It's not funny. But when you put the greatest comedians together in a serious role, I mean, in a movie, they're going to be funny because that's who they are. But the plot wasn't. The plot
my
wasn't
nephew
funny.
has immortalized me between the movies and the people I've met in Hollywood. I think it's the most wonderful thing that could ever happen to somebody who comes from the projects. Stolen script accusations. Whenever something is successful, there's bound to be a lawsuit claiming copyright infringement soon to follow. On February 28, 1990, the New York Times would announce that a Long Island man was in the process of suing Eddie Murphy for allegedly stealing a screenplay that he wrote and used the basis for it for the plot of Harlem Nights. Michael Green said his agent in 1988 asked him to write properties for Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor. Green submitted a script called A Halloween to Remember, but was rejected without returning the copies of the screenplay. Then Green started to hear rumbles that the Harlem Nights screenplay sounded like his. Murphy could not immediately be reached for comment on the allegations. Green's attorney, Stephen Lugham, said both Green's screenplay and Harlem Nights, whose author is listed as Murphy, starts with an 8-year-old boy who was orphaned and raised by the underworld characters. The scene of both screenplays is Harlem, and both have a corrupt Italian police officer. We are not saying the two scripts are identical. Clearly they have been changes, but some similarities are nothing less than mind-boggling. There was a $35 million compensatory figure named in the court papers. Lugham said the amount of damages Green could have been awarded will be based on the earnings from Harlem Nights. The film has grossed $70 million, Green said. The studio would eventually end up settling the case. Varied filming experience. The movie is famously known for starring 3 generations.
They settled the case. I wonder if they admitted that he did it. Because if he did it, listen. We're not about to let that go past. We the judge and jury. This is people's court. We just turned it into people's court real fast. You want to know why he might have did it? He might have been guilty. It's 2 reasons. Because he had the script in his possession, right? And his uncle already said that he wrote the movie in 3 weeks. So therefore, he might have did it fast because he had a basis to do it off. And they settled the case. So it was something to it, or else they would have just dismissed him. Like, yo, get out of here. They settled it. So they gave him some money for his contribution. And then they just said, like, it sounded like a reach, but it was a reach enough for them to be like, yo, what's up with this? So So whatever my man said was right. It wasn't no damn whole movie guaranteed, but something, or they wouldn't have settled. That's not how business works. You don't just get to say somebody did something and you can't prove it. Like he proved his case if they settled. Real talk. That's crazy.
Of comedy icons. Eddie looked up to Richard Pryor. Pryor looked up to Red Fox. And at 67, 49, and 28, the men were able to say that they are very similar but still unique in their approach, which is what helped to make their working relationship successful. In a Rolling Stone interview, Pryor and Fox had this to say: "It's turning out to be more pleasant than I expected. Murphy is wise enough to listen to people. I see him be very patient with the actor. It's not a lark to him. He's really serious. He's on top of the world and he's doing a hell of a job. He sure knows how to handle people with sensitivity. He'll come over to your side and give a private direction. He never embarrasses anyone. You walk around here and look at the people. Have you ever in your life seen this many black people on a movie set? I haven't." Murphy went out of his way to hire a predominantly black crew. In a 1990 interview with Spike Lee, Murphy
and he did it again. Salute to him for doing it again. He came back and did it again. Y'all better put some respect on his name.
had this to say about his experience on the film: "It wasn't a pleasurable experience. I just wanted to direct, just to see if I could do."
I don't know why.
And I found out that I can't, and I won't do it anymore. And the biggest thing is I didn't enjoy doing it. The problem with Harlem Nights wasn't the directing as much it was the writing of it. It was just written f***ed up. And that's because I threw it together real quick. And then it was disappointing because Richard wasn't the way I thought Richard was going to be. I thought it would be like a collaborative thing. I would get to work with my idol, and then it would be like, this is great. But Richard would come to set, say his lines, and leave. It wasn't like a collaborative thing. In a later interview, he would also go on to say that movie was a blur. It was Richard Pryor, Robin Harris, all comedians. I remember Richard and Red Fox laughing off stage during the whole movie. The funniest shit was off camera. We're all just crying. Red was a really funny dude. He would have the set screaming all the time. But afterwards, it was like, whoa, that's a lot of work. I was really young when I did it. I had one foot in the club and one foot on set.
The reason why the funniest shit was off the screen is because it was a serious movie. They was joking with each other off the screen, but then when the cameras was rolling, they had to be serious because that was a serious ass movie. I don't know what the hell y'all act like y'all don't understand what I was talking about when I said that. That movie was serious. It was funny as hell. Funny parts in the movie, but it was a serious movie. They made it funny because they're the greatest to ever do it.
Going on.
But
It's amazing it came together. He also said he didn't know Pryor was sick at the time. He was sick with MS by then, but nobody knew what was going on. And I was like a puppy to him because he was my idol. Hey, let's go make this movie. I never put it together it was happening until afterwards. So it was kind of sad, that part of it. Sexual harassment accusations. The film would also feature an all-star supporting cast that included Arsenio Hall, Thomas McKell Ford, Miguel A. Nunez Jr., Charlie Murphy, Robin Harris, and last but not least, Jasmine Guy. However, Guy was not the original choice for the role of Dominique LaRue. It was actress Michael Michelle. Guy replaced Michelle after being fired during production. According to Eddie, she wasn't working out. Michelle said in reality, she was fired for rejecting Murphy's romantic advances. So in 1989, Michelle filed a lawsuit worth $75 million. Murphy denied the charges, saying that he had never even had a private conversation with her. After signing the Harlem Nights contract, Michelle showed up for rehearsal at the Paramount lot. At first, Murphy was cordial, says Michelle, but by the second day, his attitude shifted. "I was sitting reading my script. Eddie taps me on my shoulder and says, 'Bravo, you deserve an award for not even looking at me, Michael. Good, real good.' And Michelle laughed it off. I wasn't being unfriendly. I admired him. He yells, 'Speak up, I can't hear you,' angrily. Yet at the next rehearsal on April 7th, Michelle says Murphy asked me out, when he then tried to fondle her and caress her. She said no and stormed off. After being let go, Paramount offered Michelle a healthy severance pay, but she declined, refusing to free Paramount of their responsibility of the accusations. Murphy responded in a People's Magazine interview by calling the accusations absurd and totally false. 'My integrity and professionalism are being attacked.' Murphy's then manager, Robert Wachs, threatened a countersuit. 'Women throw themselves at him,' says Wachs. 'Why would he need to do this?' Eddie thought her attitude was antagonistic. She did not fit into the movie's healthy environment. The lawsuit was eventually settled out of court for an undisclosed amount.
They settled. Well, who settled? Did Paramount settle or did Eddie settle? Big difference. I want to find out. I need to find out. I need to know now. Because it's a big difference. Because he might have did it. But the reasoning behind why he didn't make sense. Like, yo, really? But he might have did it. But then again, Jasmine Guy was the better fit.
Mixed reception and theater fiasco. Harlem Nights was theatrically released on November 17, 1989. The movie debuted at #1, grossing over $16 million. Film being shown in over 2,000 theater screens. During the first 3 days, it set a record for pre-holiday fall openings. Despite its total gross being $95 million against a $30 million budget, the studio considered it a flop, comparing it to movies like Coming to America and Beverly Hills Cop 2. Unfortunately, during the movie's opening weekend, a Michigan customer decided to shoot inside a movie theater. He injured 2 people before he was killed by the police in the parking lot. After that, the American 8 Theater, where the shooting took place, became the first theater in the world to install metal detectors. Patrons had to pass through in order to enter. It caused quite a controversy at the time, leading some to claim that the film advocated violence. Actress Jasmine Guy said, "Racism is what led people to say that." She noted the other films that came out during that time, like Lethal Weapon, had the same amount of violence, but were not accused of advocating violence. If there's a fight at McDonald's, what does that have to do with the McDonald's? If there's a fight at the Giants Stadium, are you going to blame the Giants? Of course not. It's not about Eddie Murphy's movie, legacy, and impact. Since its release, Harlem Nights has gone on to be considered a comedy cult classic, with some of the most quotable lines often referenced to this day. Quotes and audio from the film can be heard in several songs throughout the years. People can be seen all over social media, having parties with the Harlem theme. Busta Rhymes and Monique recreate the scene in the Vera Wall and shoots her in the pinky toe for the music video to the hit 2002 song, Pass to Cavassier, Part 2. The movie is so beloved that some of our biggest comedic talents today, like Kevin Hart, hopes and wants to do a film of its magnitude, showcasing a wide variety of comedic talent. So despite a couple of production issues, including Murphy's filling during the making of the film and lawsuits, is going on to be a beloved classic that pretty much everyone who's watched it or involved had nothing but great memories of it in hindsight. That's all you can ask for as a filmmaker and a creative. Stay up to date with the latest news and comedy by subscribing here to our YouTube channel. Follow Comedy Hype across all of our social media. Look out for our new original content on our new stream service. Hype Plus, it's your boy K-Rock.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy must be some type of perfectionist, because either Eddie Murphy's a perfectionist or he just wanted to prove my point, because he said he didn't like the production. I think that he expected the movie to be funnier. I think what he expected from Richard Pryor was comedy. He didn't get it. But anyways, this is probably the funniest video I've seen in a while. So we go look at it together.
I'm in the zoo with the lions and apes and bears. You probably won't make it there. So they say they want smoke with me. Don't.
You probably heard Gideon got kicked out for falling asleep at a WNBA game. He's a prankster. The man has 8 million subscribers, like 7.5 million subscribers. I didn't even know who dude was. I looked him up like, dang, he got this many followers. But you know the narrative. So don't let anybody shame you for being a cornball and a lame, because this is what I heard about him previously, prior to finding out about him. I heard he was a cornball and a lame, but it's not a lot of cornball lames with 7.5 million people watching him. So he gets paid very well to be a cornball. So as long as you can monetize your corn, go ahead and be a ball. And this video is hilarious. And it's a lesson in here.
So, easy way or the hard way. Sir, easy way or the hard way. What happened? Come on, get up. Get up and go. Get up. Come on, set up. Is it against the law to take now? What's good with y'all boys, man? So I'm not gonna lie. I've not been sleep well at all, man. So I went to a bunch of different doctors. I even had to go to one of the best sleep deprivation doctors in Houston. He
Yo, why
recommended
is
me
this
this really
doing
strong
this,
medicine. Sleep is very, very important. So I hope this medicine works. I hope it can knock me out right away. And just pray for me, y'all. Pray for your boy DeMarcus. This Target seems very prankable, doesn't it? I'm trying to find some slippers. Excuse me, ma'am.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, good morning. I'm trying to take a nap at a WNBA game, and I need some like fuzzy slippers.
I love it. Let's go to menswear.
Let's go.
I'm afraid to ask. Is it happening right now?
I'll give you
There is-
$10,000 right now
No.
if you know the team's name.
Oh,
10,000.
our team?
Wait, no, she knows it.
Oh, I'm like, wait a minute.
No.
But if you were to ask who I'm playing against, I don't know.
What's
I
the
know
team's name?
I know the links.
I'll give you $100,000 if you can name 5 players.
You could have upped that and said one. Give me one name.
One name. Thank you so much.
My name is Shelly. You'll know where to find me for that
Shelly.
10,000. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
You as well.
It's a lot of people probably like that,
Flick.
but when to
Course,
talk
bro.
about
Damn. Tyrone
supporting
got
women and women, and y'all don't support.
Shit.
them.
Fuck that nigga.
I don't know your name. Are you a YouTuber?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your name?
Oh,
Or what do you go by?
Cobby Lane.
Collie Lane. Are you known?
Yeah. I just don't talk in my
Cobby
videos
Lane.
usually.
You okay? The only reason I said this is because your face looks so familiar.
Yeah,
And then all of a sudden I see
yeah.
these cameras and I'm like, so
I'm Cobby
first
Lane.
I got a text from my son. He's like, who is it? I'm like, I don't.
Let's take a
Can-
selfie. Maybe
can
he
I get
knows.
a picture?
Of course.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, is that an Android? I'm sorry, I
Samsung.
can't take a picture on an Android.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Oh my.
You can borrow my
It's for
iPhone.
real.
Yeah, you
Is
can
it-
borrow
is
this
it
and I'll just
legit?
airdrop.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have airdrop. Never mind.
Fuck, you think Steve will get mad? Should I just do it? I just don't want him to give me a Steve Jobby.
I won't tell.
It's okay. I can just say your name. I don't mind. That would be fine.
You know what? Fuck it. You know, I'm
Stop
gonna
it. No,
I'm
it's
just going to
okay.
take it.
I
I'm
don't
gonna take
want
it.
you to
It's
be
all good. It's
aggressive
here.
Are you sure?
Yo, I almost missed that. Dog, this motherfucker said I can't take a phone. He said I can't take a picture on an Android, yo.
Just between you and me, I have a Google Pixels. They don't even know about it. So here, let's just do it. Fuck, man. Here, editor,
sure?
cut all this out, please.
Editor. Yeah, editor. Oh, I'm so bad. Here, you take it. Now you gotta flip it around.
Here, I'm gonna just like
That's how
kind of
bad
look
it is for me.
unenthusiastic,
Pretend
like you
like
caught
you-
me off guard.
I was just gonna say, let's do like a pass
He was probably being serious. He said he had an Apple deal.
by.
Okay.
Pretend like.
Okay. Oh, that's perfect.
Is that okay?
I look like a Bigfoot sighting. Can you show the camera real quick? Okay.
Thank you.
Just make sure he doesn't leak it, please.
Yo, he said he said I can't take a picture on an Android. Then he had her take the picture like he was walking by, and she's
For real?
Yeah.
this dude is the
I can't go
mastermind
back to
troll.
your bag. Thank you. Would have felt like such an asshole if I didn't take a picture with her. Yeah. How you doing, ma'am? Would you say you're a sports fan?
Yes,
You are?
yes.
Do you know about the WNBA team here?
Oh, not a lot about them.
We're just doing a challenge right now. Would you rather want $10 or a ticket front row seat to a WNBA game tonight?
Oh, I can't go to them.
So you would rather want the $10?
Yeah.
You have Cash App?
No,
Venmo?
no,
PayPal?
no,
WhatsApp?
no.
Messenger Pigeon?
I don't have any of that stuff on my phone.
I'd rather have front row seats to the game. That shit is lit. You crazy. But I will say this. I have two things to say about that. The Aces, which they play in one of the most expensive cities in the world, in the finals, the tickets were only $30. And that's kind of crazy because it was the finals in Vegas. Like, that's crazy. And so front row seats probably aren't a lot there. I'm gonna say that. They're probably not a lot. Not like a game for any other place. Matter of fact, I want to look up and see. I'm about to look and see.
What?
Right while I'm doing this. I want front row seats.
What was the complaint?
to
Was
the-
it on him or me?
We just got told that you guys are asking people and filming. So
Asking people what?
Would you rather?
We're gonna go look at the Sparks.
I'm gonna ask you guys to leave the store if you guys are filming on the floor.
Would you rather kick us out or get front row seats to the Lynx game tonight?
He's got 3 extra tickets, so.
Yeah, Birdie, like I know you're bagging that. Like you could take your girl out to the front row seats. What was the complaint, bro? What do we do?
It's like, it's just a policy. It's filming Target.
She kind of seems like a hard ass. She a hard ass?
You got a big ass pillow too.
I'm just gonna say it was for my anal reassignment surgery. Yeah, they do say something. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty tired. I said I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty tired. I have sleep apnea, like really bad.
All right.
If I snore, just like wake me up, okay?
I got you.
Are you doing a video?
Huh?
Are you doing a video?
Nah, man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm just kind of tired, man. Yo, ref, is there a way we can turn up the air conditioning? I can't sleep with it this hot.
Really? You're gonna have to take that up with arena management.
But you got pool though.
I don't have that much pull. I'm sorry.
It's like freezing in here. It was just a quick heat check.
Hey, make it say head, bro. Make it say.
Just quick heat check.
How you doing, man?
Doing good.
You took a shot.
Oh yeah, the ball had came over.
That's totally not allowed.
Oh, no one told me that.
So what I gotta do, we gonna need your name and stuff. We gonna send you home tonight, and you might get a trespass from the team.
I gotta go back because you gotta see that again. You gotta see what happened. You have to put this.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm just kind of tired, man. Yo, ref, is there a way we can turn up the air conditioning? I can't sleep with it this hot.
My bad, I was on my phone. That's
Take
right.
that up with arena management.
But you got pool
I
though.
don't have that much pull. I'm sorry.
It's like freezing in here.
He shot the damn ball.
It was just a quick.
He shot the ball. Like, that's not allowed. It's a reason why you've never seen anyone do that.
Heat check.
Hey, make it say head, bro. Make it say.
Just quick heat check.
How you doing, man?
Doing good.
You took a shot.
Oh yeah, the ball had came over.
That's totally not allowed.
Oh, no one told me that.
So what I gotta do, we gonna need your name and stuff. We gonna send you home tonight, and you might get a trespass from the team.
Why?
For the rest of you cannot take a shot during a game.
What was I supposed to do?
You don't touch the ball, man.
But the ball hit me though. I didn't go out and grab it.
You still can't take a shot.
Is it okay if I apologize to the officials?
Nope.
So who's mad at me?
The NBA.
I'm literally about to cry.
No, we gonna make a difference, dude.
What if I call? I'm gonna call Carl.
Let it be clear. Everybody want to act like women don't get the support. The NBA, like y'all want to talk about protection and all of that, even in the smallest forms. He acted up at a WNBA game and got suspended. Well, you'll see. But the NBA is the one acting upon it. The men are protected.
FaceTime Carl.
It doesn't make a difference who you call, man. I'm here to secure you would not be allowed to stay, and you might not be back for the rest of the year.
Yo, Kat, they're kicking me out the Lynx game. I don't know if you can make a call, like, bro.
Now, for those who live on a rock, this man is at a Minnesota Lynx game, and he just called the star player of the Minnesota Timberwolves on FaceTime while he's talking to security. Like, in the building where Cat plays at. Like, this is a super duper flex. And they didn't know him. So, like, he said, I don't care who you call. And he called somebody that matters. Like, yo, I don't care who you call. Then he calls the star of the building. Like, yo, imagine. Like, nah, for real. Like, imagine somebody in Staples Center Arena, like, yo, you gotta go. And you get on your phone. You're like, yo, I don't care who you call. And you FaceTime LeBron. Like, yo, like, hey, Brian, hey, they're trying to kick me out, fam. Let's continue.
I spent like $1,500. I'm at the Lynx games. I'm in Minnesota.
What's up, Cat? Yeah, man. He took a shot on the court, man.
Bro, Cat, have you not seen fans? The ball hit them and they take a shot and nothing happens?
Nope. Not during the game. Not during the game.
He said nope. Security was like, nope. He answered for it. He ain't even talking to you. He talking to Cat. He said nope.
Did they get kicked out?
I don't believe so, but I don't remember. I think it was preseason. In my book, he's good, but y'all gotta make it.
Yeah, man, I can't do it because it's on television, man.
Can we put you in a suite?
No, man, no.
Not even Cat?
I ain't Cat.
The franchise player?
This is a league rule.
The GOAT?
This is a league rule. Man,
We call
Bro, get Ann in here, man. I have Kevin Garnett's number 2.
No,
Like, y'all.
talking nobody else.
Kevin Garnett.
Come on, man.
They won't even listen to Kevin Garnett.
Good night, Cat. We'll see you season. Right now, you just gonna be gone today. You got your ID on you?
Now y'all see that, right? He was telling him that he was getting kicked out and he was probably about to get a trespass for the rest of the year. And then he called Cat and he was like, all right, you just gone today. He went from, you're gone from the NBA games too. Like it was WNBA games and NBA games. And then he went from like, yo, nah, okay, you just gone today. That's the power of knowing people. Like when you know the right people, even some, and this could be a bad thing, but whatever. Even when you in the wrong, sometimes you get favored. Like he was wrong for doing what he did, and the alternative was almost him getting put in a suite for him to hide. Like, yo, put it on my tab and everything. Like, Cat, like, yo, can we get him in a suite? Like, yo, I got it. Like, yo, what's up? Like, hide him. Like, they won't see him. That's privilege right there.
ID on me.
That's how privilege works, though. While people talk about privilege, let's talk about it. That's how privilege works. You know people in places, and they do things for you. Ye, man, y'all wasn't listening to Ye. Y'all talking about Ye was crazy. No, Ye wasn't damn crazy. He told y'all a lot of stuff that you didn't know before. Like the dude, that's another subject. Anyways.
I have no idea on you?
I only have my ticket. My name's Kyle Vincencio.
What we need, address and phone number.
Need my address?
We got singers to the NBA.
How long will it take for me to get a letter?
It'll come within a week, so we'll turn this all in tonight. So we have to sing it to New York tonight.
Sucks, I just got kicked out the WNBA. I'm trying to live my dreams. The ball hit me. I'm injured.
Okay, you can let WNBA Lynx know.
Bro, because that ball was like, I don't even think it was like air regulated. Damn, I'm not gonna lie, that shit pissed me the fuck off. All over. I'm broke, bro. Careful that shit. See if we can fly to LA, knock this out there.
Right now?
Like right now. Because, bro.
And I looked it up. Courtside ain't cheap as I thought. Shit. Courtside was like $250. So, and he paid for 4 tickets. He said, he told Cat he paid like $1,500. He bought 4 tickets. Because he was planning on doing that little sleep prank. He really laid down. But anyways, he bought 4 tickets. He said he spent $1,500. He did. I looked it up. Like courtside of the WNBA ain't that cheap. But like I said what I said about the finals because I looked at it. Because I was there. I was about to go. Like, so there's that.
Today's the last day.
Actually, I wasn't there. I was there, but I wasn't there when the game was that. They was like away, and I was leaving by the time they was coming back. So don't let me. I was there, but I wasn't there to be able to go to the game. If I was, I would have went. It was $32, like for a ticket. Like I was there.
Hey, they're having their all-star break weekend. There's 2 games. It's the LA Sparks and the Dreams. Loki, can you like just take us to the airport?
Yeah.
Not foreign, man. We're about to go pub.
It's not fun.
Okay, so there's two things we can do. Is there any way we could either get private from Minneapolis to Los Angeles or Minneapolis to Atlanta?
Private, like a jet?
Yeah.
You know how much that's gonna be, right?
I know.
Rich talk.
It's gonna be
I
like
don't even
around
want to
40K.
hear this shit.
Wow. For the boys, it's worth it.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna lie,
I don't
I
even want
low-key
to hear
hope that
this
we
type
get
of
it
talk.
today, cause yo, also check that Atlanta
Could
game.
have just got a
That's
regular
happening today
ticket.
too.
And you wanted to stunt.
Okay, it's the Storm versus the Dream.
He said he can get 3 in the middle in Atlanta, so that's the move.
Let's go. Okay.
You want me to book the flight?
Yeah, just go on and book the flight now. Oh my gosh, the most expensive nap ever. I am so financially irresponsible. It's like fucking rappers, they spend money on chains. I spend money on my beauty sleep.
This motherfucker's a nutcase. So no way that was a private jet. They stunted in front of it live. If you paid a 40 piece for that one, you need to get your money back. That looked like coach. Going back. You need your money back if that was a private. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back to how they were stuffed in there like Ocean, whatever the name of that little sub was. Not for the 40 piece. You got me messed up for 40K.
I am so financially irresponsible. It's like fucking rappers, they spend money on chains. I spend money on my beauty sleep.
You paid 40K to look like you was in Spirit. For the 40 piece, you were supposed to be reclined, laid back, not in there looking like that. That's a private jet for 40K. Maybe what's doing this a little more? Like, dang, like if you were spending, you might as well have spent that money on something. Well, you should have spent 45 or something. If that's the case. Cause what is we doing with this? This don't even look like, that don't even look like regular first class space. Like, yo, what? You're tripping, family. Since they put up a Hartford with that.
Is it kind of cold in here to you? No? I'm freezing. Huh? I think I should have, huh? I have really bad sleep apnea, so it makes me cold. Just like wake me up if I start snoring, okay? Yo, Ref, do you have any ear muffins? I don't want to. I have bad sleep apnea. Do you have any ear muffins? We have the same head shape. If I had them, I'd be wearing them. Really?
No. Copyright.
Two shots.
My bad.
For round number 0, Kia Nurse.
Help me out so I don't have to escort you out, sir. Thank you.
Okay. I'm sleep.
You didn't pay for those shoes.
I did pay for them.
I did.
Not all of them.
I did. I bought 4.
Like, imagine that being your job. Like he works there. he's like security or somebody, and he just sat there, and you could tell that he's not part of the. You're gonna see when he walks away. He came there, said something to him, then sat down, and he's gonna walk away. It's not your seat. You're like security. So imagine that being like your job. You have to come over, like you're watching the game, but you're really like babysitting a troll. like this your job. He's looking over at the pit like he's really babysitting him.
It's kind of weird to watch another man sleep.
Right. He just told him, like, yo, it's kind of weird to watch another man sleep because he's trolling. I just rewound it on accident. My bad.
A lie, that shit pissed me the fuck off. Atlanta game, because that's how. Is it kind of cold in here to you? No. Huh? I think I should have, huh? I have really bad sleep apnea, so it makes me cold. Yo, ref, do you have any ear muffins?
Gotta go past that part.
2 shots.
I did. I bought 4. It's kind of weird to watch another man sleep.
Sleep at home.
I got sleep apnea, man. I don't know what to tell you. I can't control it. You're not a little sleepy too? I got an extra headrest.
If you want to lay down, I got somewhere upstairs you can sleep. But you can't do it right here.
Tree foul.
But this is like the best area though. My doctor recommended it.
No, he didn't. Now see, now you're trying to play with it.
Never. I'm gonna get some more Z.
He said, no, he didn't. Now you trying to play with me. People don't be trying to play games, dog. You play with somebody. Say, play with the. Don't stop playing with grown people.
3-8 dirt. They first.
Why did he do that? I didn't hear that the first time. Why did he do that little weird snore? This dude is a troll, dog. You went.
What did I miss? What happened? It's kind of sleepy. Are you a little sleepy? This is like a perfect atmosphere to go to sleep in. A little bit. I mean, I think so. My doctor recommended it. Instead of hopping on the mask, he said just to sleep at a WNBA game.
Let's go first game.
Those are kind of loud. I'm trying to sleep.
Let's go, Tree! Let's go, Tree!
Slide down. Now I've asked you not to do this. Here's your warning.
The game's almost over.
Here's your warning. If you're still right here when I get back, you're leaving. Here's your warning.
The game's over.
If he lays back down, he's had his warning, he needs to leave.
My sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea is when you're snoring, so you need to get it right. You got to figure it out. He can go.
Yo, this motherfucker just instantly laid down and started snoring, dog. What a troll, man. What a troll, dog. Oh my Lord. Just pissing people off for no reason. No apparent reason.
You do it the easy way or the hard way.
Sir,
Easy way or the hard way.
Get up.
What?
Sir,
Easy way or the hard way.
Wait, what happened?
Come on, get up.
Need to get up and go.
Get up. Come on, sit up.
Is it against the law to take naps?
Get up, sir.
You can't even take a nap at the WNBA games. What is this? North Korea?
Free my man.
Bro, you can't take a courtside nap? Anywhere? Yo, free me! I'm a prisoner of sleep apnea. Save me!
Move. You are not allowed on the premises.
So I'm only banned from WNBA games?
All NBA related events. Yeah. So we're gonna send it to the NFL and everybody else. But you are
That's some hating right there.
banned.
Wait, the NBA is part of the NFL?
No, we're gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to them.
Why would you send it to the NFL, man? Wait. Hey, man.
Just hating, just doing some bull. I'm gonna just send it to him. Why? You being a Karen? For what? NBA makes sense. They fund the WNBA. You sending it to the NFL is just some hating weirdo Karen activity. You're being a Karen, bro.
I don't look cute right now. I just woke up.
Hey, that's until you and waking up, man. I ain't got no.
Please don't take my picture, man. I don't look cute like you, bro.
Sir, turn this way.
I just said I don't look cute. Okay. Can I take that again? I didn't look good.
Mr. Adams.
I go by cousins.
Okay, Mr. Adams, you could.
First of all.
No. You are not allowed on
Don't
the
make me
premises.
forget.
All NBA related
no.
events. But you are
I can't see my
banned.
grandpa. Adam Silver! Don't touch me there! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Boys, I just had a nightmare. They were saying I was banned from the NBA for taking a nap? Something stupid like that. Oh my gosh. Whew, at least it was just all a dream. But this merch isn't a dream, because that's right, y'all. We just got the new Will Not Be Awake merch available right now. So if you guys are having any sleeping problems, make sure you guys go to shopjadon.com. Get your prescription, man. I promise you guys.
Yo,
putting this on will knock you right.
Yo, and he got the
It'll make you
WNBA
go
a
right
lot
to
of
sleep.
love.
It's actually prescribed by Dr. Conrad Murray himself. He's a world renowned sleep doctor. I think I could just go get some more beauty rest. I'm gonna be seeing you guys next NBA season. So,
Not Conrad Murray, but I will say this. I'm gonna say this about the WNBA. Within the next, and then we got the two-piece right there. Within the next 2 years, that league gonna be lit. They got stars coming. Like they figuring it out. Like it's taking a while, but they're getting around to figuring it out on the marketing end. And we just seen a major thing happen with Jordan's daughter. They put some money into it. It's some stars coming. Like it's a difference between being a basketball star and being a star. Like it's some stars coming. So once they figure that out, and then I can just see it coming. Like I know what's gonna happen. Like somebody gonna get a movie opportunity, like, or it's gonna be something like that, and it's gonna just blow the whole league up. And then when Angel and Caitlin and them get there, oh, it's a wrap. They're gonna take off in 2 years. That's my timeline for them. They going up. Remember, you heard it first too. So that's pretty much it, man. For today. Subscribe, man. That's what you need to do.